Out with everyone today. It's not my first, so but I do, before I read the official statement that was written today, that many of my colleagues across the state, they're joining ones, and as far as Pendleton today, reading this statement, but before, I just think we need to take a moment to acknowledge the horrifying tragedy that happened in Minnesota. So from Senator Wyden, the political assassination of a Minnesota state legislator and the attempt to kill more is a horrifying tragedy. Every single person, every single Republican must condemn this violence before more people end up dead.
They tend to say no kings.
If that's not an example of Portland in peace. This harkens a little bit back, not that I am Senator Sanders, but the bird on the podium, that happened in Portland here too, so the birds are here. Peace for peace! Peace for peace! Peace for peace! Peace for peace!
Peace for peace.
I think they're going to hear joints, so I'm just going to keep going with my statement. So from Senator Wyden, dear friends and defenders of the Constitution, I stand with you today against wannabe kings and would-be dictators proudly representing you in Washington, D.C., battling every hour, every day against Donald Trump and his attack on America. In my town halls across Oregon and countless other settings across the state this year, I've heard this message loud and clear. America said hell no to monarchies more than 250 years ago when we rose up against a tyrannical king, tossed his tariff tea, and said no kings, ever. This narcissist in chief is slashing Americans' earned benefits and lifelines for our most vulnerable, all while demanding a 45 million birthday parade to praise himself. What a cruel joke. But this is no laughing matter, particularly as we watch Trump use our own military to actively suppress Americans' First Amendment rights in Los Angeles. This administration is a coast-to-coast failure. A ludicrous parade on the East Coast while throwing a dangerous tirade on the West Coast and physically attacking a sitting senator who dared to question this administration's illegal and immoral actions? Our forefathers founded this country to be free of mad kings like him forever. So it's time to stand together against tyranny and show the world what democracy looks like. Thank you for doing just that today by practicing our First Amendment rights and standing up for our public. Sincerely, Ron Wyden, United States Senator, thank you. And I'm privileged to be here with my colleague from Senator Merkley's office, Mitra.
Hello, my name is Mitra Anoushiravani. I am here on behalf of United States Senator Jeff Merkley, who wishes he could be here today. He is in D.C. getting ready to fight back next week against the Republican illegal actions that are occurring at this time. But before we begin, just like my colleague Grace, we need to acknowledge the horrific violence that has taken place in Minnesota. And to those murders, the horrifying news from Minnesota. He says the targeted shootings of State Representative Portman and State Senator Hoffman and their spouses shake our democracy to its core. We must unite against political violence in all forms. My heart is with their families and community. So with that, I'll go ahead and share the things that the senator would be saying to you in person if he was here. The senator wants you to know that these are extraordinary times. We are seeing things like the assault of a United States senator trying to ask a question from a member of Trump's cabinet. The Republicans forcing through massive cuts to Medicaid and SNAP to fund more tax giveaways for billionaires. The Supreme Court has declared Trump and the executive branch immune from the laws of this land. Make no mistake, this is a power grab and a serious threat to our democratic system. The senator says that Trump is being enabled by a deferential court and a subservient Congress. He is concentrating power in ways that weaken our public oversight and silence opposing views. Our democracy is sliding into a strongman state. And to that, I know you all know what he's going to say about this. We have to say together, hell no!
Hell no!
We have a president, not a king. Laws are not suggestions. We need to fiercely defend our constitutional framework of government of, by, and for the people. Senator Merkley sends his gratitude to all the advocates and organizers and every single attendee who is here on their Saturday. Unlike Trump's military parade in DC today, this gathering is to confront his authoritarian takeover and to say in unison, no thrones, no crowns, no kings. The senator knows we cannot afford to sit back while our democracy is under attack. Now is the time to act, which is what all of you are doing here today. Senator Merkley is promising to keep fighting alongside you and to keep doing everything he can in the Senate to protect Oregonians and to tell the Trump administration, hell no! So Senator Merkley's call to action from his heart to yours is to demonstrate these hell no's. I'm going to go ahead and ask some questions. You all know what the answer is, and if you don't all mind, I'm going to go ahead and record them on my phone so I can send them to him directly, and he knows that he has our support.
Yes.
All right. What do we say when the Trump administration assaults a United States senator?
Hell no!
What do we say when Republicans are cutting Medicaid and SNAP?
Hell no!
What do we say when Republicans are giving massive tax cuts to billionaires?
Hell no!
And finally, what do we say to Trump ignoring the Constitution and the laws of this land and to his authoritarian takeover?
Hell no!
Thank you.